What's most important to you now in your life, and how does that differ to 20 years ago?
But it's interesting. I think the older you get, the more outward focused you become, and um, um, kids and grandkids, and the things you hope that you are able to impart. And I've led a very um, lucky existence. I've worked hard, but I think I've been very lucky. And the people I've chose, and I biggest decision you ever make, of course, is who is going to be your spouse. And I lucked out greatly there, and we've had great kids and grandkids and in-laws. So I think that's been a tremendous blessing. And I think about that and where all that's going more than I think about, gee, what's my next uh, business conquest? Which 20 years ago, that's what I was thinking about all the time. And I don't think I stopped, but slowed down a bit, maybe.
And 20 years ago, when you were thinking about like what is the next business conquest, how were you approaching that? What were you looking for?
That's a good question. I think the answer to that would be I wasn't very discerning about how I did that. I was, I think the best way to describe that is I thought anything was possible because I thought that everybody would put in as much effort as I did in the business pursuits that I had taken on, and that if I partnered with somebody, they would just act exactly like that. And they, if they knew something about it and had a drive and a passion, they'd be successful. And what I found out is that's just not true. And um, since I didn't certain ventures that I really had no business in because I really didn't understand them, those didn't work out.
Mm.
And it wasn't, I couldn't make up for the other person's sort of lack of drive and competitiveness, that taught me a good lesson. An expensive lesson, but a good lesson.
Can you teach drive?
Um, I think I think people can be put into a situation where its drive becomes fun, and competing and having metrics to hit become important to them. I think there's a certain, I had it described to me by uh, sort of a curmudgeonly client of mine that owns a printing company. He said people's want gland is only of a certain size, and they're only going to compete to the level that their want gland will allow them to. So everybody sort of has a point at which they're satisfied and they won't make the next call.
Mm.
Which to me, I thought that's just, of course they'll make the next call, but I've learned that it's true. While I may make the next call, they won't.